Good morning, everybody. Focus Daily TV. Hit that like button, subscribe, support the channel. Today, we're going to take a delve into the spiritual realm. In this series entitled, Let's Talk About the Laws of God, we speak about Leviticus 19 and how it applies to the Afro-Americans and how foreigners invaded and subverted us into breaking the laws of God. We're going to get right into it. Leviticus 19:5, excuse me. When you sacrifice a fellowship offering to the Lord, sacrifice it in such a way that it will be acceptable on your behalf. It shall be eaten on the day you sacrifice it or on the next day. Anything left over until the third day must be burned up. If any of it is eating on the third day, it is impure and will not be accepted. Whoever eats it will be held responsible because they have desecrated what is holy to the Lord. They must be cut off from the people, their people. So we're going to concentrate on this part. They have desecrated what is holy to the Lord. God is a spirit, and we worship him in truth and in spirit. And in the spiritual realm is a holy place that may only be entered by certain individuals, high priests and angels and such. So when it speaks of things in the spiritual, when it speaks of, making sacrifices to the Lord, it speaks of them in the spiritual realm. While you read, these acts take place. It's kind of complicated, but it's really not. But we're not speaking about the actual sacrifices. We're speaking about how the spiritual realm is a holy realm. And foreign invaders, trying to pick my words carefully, create machinery to enter into this spiritual realm, which is a total desecration of what is holy to the Lord. You're going to watch a little video about CERN and how these individuals are attempting to pierce the veil, to peep behind the curtain, to enter the Lord's most holy place. Let's go. Get my sound together. All right. CERN, y'all.
The European Organization for Nuclear Research is once again making headlines for their recent discoveries that could potentially change everything we know about the universe. But before we get to that, let's delve deeper into what makes CERN one of the most fascinating places on Earth. CERN, or the
Okay, pay attention, folks. What we are doing is presenting evidence that is showing how the foreigners have indeed attempted to pierce the veil and peek behind the curtain into the spiritual realm, which is a holy, sanctified place where everyone can enter.
European Organization for Nuclear Research is an intergovernmental organization consisting of 23 member states that is responsible for operating the largest particle physics laboratory in the world. The facility is based in a northwestern suburb of Geneva on the France-Switzerland border. CERN is home to half of the world's particle scientists and is currently operating the world's largest and highest energy particle collider, the Large Hadron Collider LHC. More about this later on in the video. CERN also found the Higgs boson particle, which is alternatively known as the...
All of this equipment is being used to pierce that veil. That's what the importance of this video is.
The God particle. This particle was discovered in 2012 when the researchers at CERN
Let me bring it back a little bit.
video. CERN also found the Higgs boson particle, which is alternatively known as the God particle. This particle was discovered in 2012 when the researchers at CERN discovered that an elusive particle exists that is responsible for giving all particles their mass. In simple.
So, if you've been watching the Focus Daily show, Focus Daily TV, you know that I often say these videos are speaking in code. So, the code at this point is the God particle. They're literally stating that they're trying to enter into the realm where only God and his chosen few may go. But they use the code word God particle.
Words. Higgs boson is responsible for the existence of anything and everything we see in the universe. Moreover, the particle physicists at CERN make antimatter to study in experiments using the antiproton decelerator. Just as the name suggests, it slows down the antiprotons so that physicists can investigate their properties. Last but not the least, in 1989,
$69 US Special Forces device turns men into beasts. This Marine Corps officer is bringing...
Excuse those
a
commercials,
CERN
y'all.
scientist named Tim Berners-Lee laid the bricks of the internet by creating the World Wide Web, WWW. He originally developed it to meet the
It's all connected. It's all connected.
demands for an automated information sharing between scientists at universities and institutes around the world.
In later episodes of the show, we'll break down those sciences and those universities also. But today we are speaking about scientists attempting to pierce the veil and peek behind the curtain into the spiritual realm, which is strictly forbidden by the laws of God.
Now, let's get back to the Large Hadron Collider. If you've seen The Flash, then you might know that Flash got his super speed by getting struck by a lightning storm of dark matter with different machines.
Fast
The
forward it.
LHC is a real-world scientific instrument that operates on the principles of particle physics, while the Flash's particle accelerator is a fictional device that operates on the principles of comic book superhero fiction. The Large Hadron Collider, LHC, is the world's largest and highest energy particle collider. The creation of the LHC didn't happen in a year or two. Instead, it took the scientists a total of 2 decades to create.
Notice the 6. Yes, that's that biblical 666. If you look at the CERN logo, you also see it. I just want to point that out.
The Large Hadron Collider.
We don't get too deep into conspiracy in that terms of the matter, but occasionally I will present things that may be considered conspiracy, but are actually facts and all relate to how foreigners invaded the Afro-Americans' land, ideologically subverted them so that they may disenfranchise them and take everything on down to our physical souls through legal documents such as the Cesta QV Trust. I got videos earlier about that matter, but there's more to come. Let's go.
Over 10,000 scientists, hundreds of institutes, and 100 countries came together in this revolutionary project. It is said to be one of the
All nations have conspired against us. Psalms 83.
most expensive science equipment in the world, as it costs over 7.5 billion euros. The Large Hadron Collider lies inside a 27-kilometer tunnel.
That's our money that they actually built that with. But don't worry, they shall pay.
In the shape of a ring that consists of superconducting magnets with a number of accelerating structures to boost their energy.
What they actually are doing, rather than what they are trying to do, is opening up hell on earth. All this must be stopped, and it will be stopped. That's why the Spirit of Truth has been sent through me to the people, so we can have an opportunity to get our shit together before it's too late. Let's go.
Energy of the particles along the way. Two beams of particles, especially protons, are fired along the two paths. One particle goes clockwise and the other counterclockwise. These beams are accelerated to a speed closer to the speed of light, and then when they reach their max speed, the particles are targeted towards each other to collide. When these two particles collide inside the LHC, they break apart into even smaller particles. These smaller particles include quarks and gluons.
They're trying to split the veil of reality and break into the sacred spiritual realm and desecrate even the realm of God himself. That's why these foreigners must be stopped. That's why redemption and salvation is here for those who seek to accept the truth, because it is that truth that shall make us free.
Quarks are subatomic particles that are very unstable and can decay in a fraction of a second, whereas gluon is the mitigating force. This entire collision is detected by the detectors inside the collider that collect and send the data to a grid of computer systems. The first ever collision inside the Hadron Collider was achieved in 2010, 2 years after the development of the collider. The particles collided at a combined energy of 7 tera-electron volts, which was...
Okay, I'm going to keep this show short. That's it. We took a delve into the spiritual realm and how these foreigners not only are attempting to disenfranchise God's children, but they also seek to desecrate God's holy realm. But until next time, Focus Daily TV, hit that like button, subscribe, support the channel, #Focus Daily TV. We out.